viewers, my name is Christine and welcome to the Respiratory Care channel. And today I have a lovely lady with me here. I'll let her introduce herself to you.
My name is Dawn.
Dawn, welcome to the channel and thank you for being here. Viewers, today we're going to discuss something that affects America as a country and the world as a whole, and it is something that we do as human beings. We're not being judgmental here. We just want to know the pros and the cons and what we can do. And if you know you're struggling with this thing, we want to reach out to you. We are speaking to you today. Okay, Dawn, we spoke earlier about vaping and smoking. And I just wanted you to tell me about that. How did it start? Like in your life, how did you start that?
Oh gosh, that would have been a very long time ago. Started out when I was maybe late high school or university, and I would occasionally, not regularly, but occasionally smoke cigarettes. In high school, it was entirely an attempt to look cool, and I will say that.
Yeah.
In university, after I turned 21, if I was in a place where I was consuming alcohol, sometimes I would have one, but it was never what I would consider an addiction. Later on in life, it did become an addiction very much, but it didn't start that way, and I never intended for it to become an addiction, but it did. It did.
Okay. Maybe you can just tell me, some of the things we do in life, there's something we enjoy about it. For example, if someone has stress, there's a way they cope with stress in many different ways. If you don't mind me asking, what do you enjoy about vaping?
I switched from cigarettes to the vaping because I never liked the smell of cigarettes. I would never smoke inside my home or in my car. When I had started, when it became an addiction, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess I would consider it enjoyable. It was more a relief from stress. With the smoking, it was kind of an instant calm down. With the vaping, there did become a bit more enjoyment because there were the nice flavors, and it doesn't stink. It actually kind of smells good, so that is a drawback to the vaping. It very much is.
Okay, and you say some of the good things about that is the flavors. And have you ever thought of cutting or quitting?
When I initially had switched from the cigarettes to vaping, it was somewhat difficult in that it felt different in the lung, I guess. And my intention was, I don't like necessarily that I'm doing this, or I was aware that this isn't a great choice. Eventually I'll cut back. And that's been quite a while. I have not cut back.
Okay.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
If you've ever thought of cutting back or quitting?
Yes, but it has not been a well-formed plan. It was more of a fleeting thought than actually I want to do this.
Okay.
So there's very much a distinction. It was more just very brief. Yes.
Which is good. And we nowadays we have the internet and everything, and we like to find out about some of the things that we do. Have you ever thought of looking up the risks or the whatever chemicals in the vaping? I haven't done a research myself, but I know there are vaping has a lot of chemicals that goes with it.
Not necessarily, actually.
Have
That's a
you ever
good.
looked
That's a
at
good
it?
question. I know that there, for a while, there were warnings about something called popcorn lung. I have no idea whether or not that was true or was a rumor, but I am aware that it's not necessarily. This is something that would be recommended by health providers. I'm aware of
that.
I am aware of that.
Okay, good. Now that you spoke about a thought for quitting, if let's say you had some help, someone who's willing to like work with you or just some guidance, show you that if you ever think of quitting, you can do this and that and that and that, and you feel like you want to know more about it, would you want to give it a try?
Potentially, yes. Now, I would have to be in the place to do it, mentally, or
yes.
But yes, I would. Yes, I would.
And if I just for assessing on a scale of 0 to 10, how important is it for you? How do you feel it's important to reduce or to quit? If I gave you a scale of 0 to 10, what number would you give?
With 0 being not important and 10, oh gosh. There's going to be a discrepancy, and I'm going to give you 2 different numbers. Now,
it's okay.
Let me think for a minute. I know there's a part of me that the thinking brain, I know that it should be a 10. I am aware of that. Am I ready to actually take the steps right now? I would probably give it a 4 or 5, to be honest. Probably a 4 or 5.
That's good.
So there is a discrepancy, but that's my honest answer.
Yeah, so that means there's already a thought.
Yes.
So what needs to happen is once you keep having that thought more and more, you'll find yourself maybe moving to the step of, you know what, I need to take the first step. You know what I need. Yeah, it starts with a thought, which is good that we have a number like 4 and 5. This is not being judgmental. Even if it was a 1 or a 2, there is something. So there's something to hold on to. What would be the biggest benefit if you were to quit or to cut back? Have you thought of that?
Oh gosh, no, I haven't looked specifically into vaping, but I looked very, very generally, not into actual good sources, but in general, many years ago, I did look into the reduction of maybe health things, and I did see, I don't know if this is true or not, but I did look into, I saw that even within maybe a year, there can be somewhat of a benefit. And I know that overall, it would improve my health.
Yeah. You know what we say in respiratory? It's better to save the little volume of lungs. I'm not saying this is your case, but this is how we address it. The little volume of lungs that is left than to destroy everything. You know, once someone quits, we cannot, we need to tell them the truth. Some part of their lungs have been impacted, either little or more, but whatever you have going on and helping you to breathe, once you're quitting, you're saving that. So with that thought, it's better to save what's there. Yes.
What is still.
Yeah. And how would quitting fit with the kind of person you want to be?
Oh, I'm thinking of 2 things. One, in general, I am making healthier choices, and I'm pretty proud of myself that I am.
Yeah.
So that would just fit into that. And I think quitting, probably for me, the best way would be to tack it onto that. But then also, I am very aware that am not setting a great example for my child, who is now an adult, but I am aware that this is not a good example. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
And I don't feel any pride in that fact. I don't.
Okay. My last question. If you were to go down that path, do you have like a family or friend who would support you? Because I know once you have a habit, not just smoking and vaping, any habit that you want to stop, sometimes you will get tempted. Like you will see something that will trigger the thought of, you know what, I wanna do it one more time, I wanna do it. So if you have somebody who will be with you at that point to encourage you, like you can do this, do you think if you go down that path, you have somebody, family, friend, anybody who would like support you and make sure
Yes. I think there are people that at the very least, if that's the right term, at the very least, if I felt like I needed to, I could text and say, help, or can I talk? I need to talk.
Okay.
So yes, yes. Yeah, actually a couple.
Okay.
So
Good to know that. Thank you, Dada.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming on this interview. Thank you, viewers.